All right, now check this out, y'all. This is the foreword before we get into the video. Now make sure you pay attention to the screen because there's gonna be a whole lot of screenshots in this episode. Okay, now, as far as it goes with the gang stalking and that whole deal, okay, check this out. I'm not gonna put the information in here so that people who don't know how to do it will then know how to do it and be assholes and do things they shouldn't. Okay, but it's not hard to do. It's not hard to hire people to get some people to gang stalk some people. It's really simple. It's not even as much. It's not even as expensive as you would think. It's actually fairly simple. Okay, so I want to state that too. Okay, and so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make another episode after this one with like footnotes and things and like more of the stories or whatnot. More of the stories that I didn't include in here because there's a lot of them, y'all. So that's what we're gonna do. So that's the foreword. Let's get started. Yes indeed, people, we are back at it again. I'm out here in the Garden of Eden working out. Going ahead and get this started right now from where I think it needs to be because I've been going over. It's so much stuff literally that I have a hard time navigating on how to even start with it. Okay, so if you haven't seen the first video, Sarah, the Satanic Stalker Adams, go look at that video first. That way you'll have a better understanding on a lot of stuff what I'm talking about. Okay, let me start this off here. All right, people say all this stuff about receipts, right? Now, supposedly she told y'all, right, that she doesn't know me, right? That's what she told y'all, right? That she doesn't know me. Well, guess what? That was a big ass lie. You want some receipts? Here are some receipts on the screen right there. Okay? And you see, it says I blocked her just like I said I did. Okay? That's Instagram right there. Okay? I have Facebook ones too. But anything that's of the stuff she's trying to keep secret, she uses other pages. People know that. She has like thousands of different pages. You know what I'm saying? There it is right there. So she straight up lied to y'all right there. Talking about she doesn't know me. Sarah knows where I am right now. Okay? Right now. Like not maybe the exact location, but the area, yes. Okay. Now, this is what I'm gonna do. Before I get into the real heavy stuff, let's get started with the plagiarism. Okay. You see, Sarah knows a lot about my actual story, right? And what she did was she co-opted a lot of it, took it and used it for her own. Okay. She knows about me being involved with an order of warriors, right? That we use magic as well to fight, the negative occult influences, okay? Not just magic, hand-to-hand combat, whatever, okay? Also, she knows about my story, about being a part of warriors that astral project, right? Astral project to fight forces that I don't know if I should say exactly what they are. Yeah, I'll say it. Okay, they got positive ETs and negative ETs, okay? She knows about my whole involvement with that, okay? She knows this, all right? I was an initiated member, okay? Now, whenever this stuff first started, she stole so much of my story, it tripped me out, okay? Well, let me see if I can give you the screenshot. Whenever she started with that whole thing about the jab or whatnot, that was because of some videos that I had that she straight copied and plagiarized. She plagiarized the fuck out of my work. I bullshit you not. Plagiarizes it. What else? I have a video called Make Humanity Great Again. She plagiarized a lot of that too. I'll make a video, the Heavens Healing documentary, talking about my spiritual father, being an actual doctor. in Western and Eastern medicine. And the next thing you know, on her page, she posts that she works with doctors and all of this stuff, and she's fighting evil. How in the fuck you gonna fight evil in the dark side? You the fucking dark side, okay? Plagiarize the fuck out of my work. Whenever I came out with the soulmate, the Matrix, what was it? I believe the Resurrections videos I did, plagiarize the fuck out of that, okay? I would make the videos with Joan of Arc, blessings, and, you know, and then the next thing you know, she starts posting women in the silver armor. I mean, so much stuff, man. I literally can't even remember it all, okay? And this is the thing, right? I don't remember the exact website, right? But there's this website they have, which, like, you have to become a member and all this stuff. Man, on there is so many people that claim that she has plagiarized their work. All kinds of stuff, okay? Real people who have that divine energy flowing through them, they don't need to steal people's stuff and to be copycats, because the life force and creativity flows through them in abundance naturally, okay? Naturally. She stole so much, just so much of it. So I'm not gonna even keep getting into all of that, okay? But she was going on there, you know, taking my actual story, you know, and trying to turn it into hers or whatnot. Couldn't believe it when I seen it, okay? Couldn't believe it. But I'll try to put a couple of screenshots in there, but to be honest, look, it's like this. It's true, anybody could say anything, right? So make sure you have that same energy whenever she makes claims about people, okay? Because she really does say anything. She'll say, she blatantly lies. She lies like y'all breathe air. Talking about she doesn't know me. She doesn't know me? Man, look, this woman, right? This was a couple of years back, right? This woman made like a fake rap sheet with some black guy on it, but I believe the name was mine, right? And then it had one of my family members' addresses on it. Yeah. Now, of course, I don't have it. I wish to God I did have it, you know, but we all know that, you know, she probably is in the Epstein files, okay? Probably. What was that stuff she was saying about she knows the secrets of moral, whatever the hell, okay? She does the same exact thing that she talks shit about other people doing. She makes all kinds of claims about all kinds of people. People just say, oh, it's Sarah, so we'll just believe it. It's Sarah, you know, she wouldn't lie shit. She would lie to you first. Lie to you first, okay? Yes, she sent that to me. She found out whenever I had moved states, okay? I had moved states, and then she had located me there. And then talk about she doesn't know me or whatnot. I wish she didn't know me, okay? I wish, all right? The only reason me and her haven't met in person is because I refuse to meet her anywhere, okay? This is what she does. I believe I have one screenshot of what I'm talking about here, right? Now, right during those LA expos, since I'm close to that area, I would get like this surge of these dominatrix type accounts, just like spamming my Instagram or whatnot, right? Trying to and then some of them I was like, that's for sure her, okay? But I do have this one right here, okay? Trying to get me to be a trying to see if I want to be a submissive and be a trained sub, and no, I don't. No, thank you once again, okay? Once again. Now that happened a couple of times like that, okay? A couple of times. So I believe all I have is this one, but there was just so many, okay? So many. All right, she will try and get me to call her. She'll try to get me to call her under the guise of receiving a free consultation, okay? Or whenever she the superhuman training program or what, that's what she does. Do I have it? All that? No, I don't. So you would just have to listen to it, and then, if you believe me, you believe me, okay? If you don't, you don't. But one thing I guarantee you, okay, somebody else is gonna come out with the same stories, okay? And then y'all will be able to look at a timeline to see, okay? Because the stuff that I said from the first video, all right? There are women that she has sexually harassed, okay? On record. She did it to, what's the woman's name? Terry Joyce or whatever. We're drawing the pictures of this around her mouth or whatever, right? What about Holly? Holly made a statement saying how she was being sexually harassed by Sarah and her whole little crew, right? It's on record, okay? Now I'm coming out and telling you what's been happening, okay? There you go again. One day, well, she's already getting what she deserves. See what I'm saying? But there you go, right there. And this is the deal, okay? Let me break it down better than I did last time, okay? While I was saying she was an astral rapist, okay? If you have somebody using their power, their money, of whatnot, to try to force you to do something that you don't want to do, if somebody is doing sex magic rituals, right, with somebody with the intent of, binding you to them, feminizing you to do gay stuff that they want you to do, and to, all of that, right? That is astral rape. That's a rapist does that. That's what she has done, okay? Multiple times, okay? Yes. Straight, and that right there, no denying that at all. That right there alone, it should be enough, okay? If you shame somebody for some things that happened when they was a little kid, at certain levels, and then you constantly abashing them with that, right? You're a piece of shit. That's straight up. There's no other way around this, okay? That's what she does. That's what she did, okay? And my integrity is making it to where I don't just say all of the crazy things that have happened, right? Because I could say a lot of crazy stuff, but there are things that I truly know that she wasn't a part of, okay? So that's why I'm not gonna mention it, even though I could just be like her and just make up a bunch of lies and just be like, well, since she lied, I'm gonna go ahead and lie. Nah, it must be nice to just come up with a lie whenever you want. Life must be real easy. Yeah, she doesn't know, man. This chick, as soon as she wakes up, she starts harassing people. Straight up. What was that stuff she put? Talking about no weapon formed against me will prosper. I'm just like, bro, whenever I see this absolute crook and villain talk like she is the victim or that she is in the right, it just totally blows my mind, okay? I have right here, some screenshots from some fake pages that she made, and in one of them, let's see, what was it called? One of them, this was, I believe, a month or two ago, or something like that, right? I'm sitting here looking at all this crazy stuff that she put on there, right? And some of it was kind of funny, actually, because I'm sitting here saying to myself, I'm like, here is this person saying they are a healing guru who can show you how to open up Stargate portals, right, for healing and all that. And then here she is on this Instagram saying all of this crazy ass vile shit. But she can show you how to open up a Stargate. But she's saying all of this old crazy ass shit. I'm like, what the fuck? That's who she is. That's who she is. Straight up. Right here. Just like it said on the screenshot. Why would I be saying that to somebody, right, if they didn't do anything? All right. I mean, really, this shit just goes on and on and on and on. No weapon formed against, and and this is the deal. All right. This is the deal. Okay. Now, whenever I had that initial rejection the last one that I gave her, right? After that, that's when so much of like negativity increased, in my life with the whole gang stalking. Now, I've been through that stuff before, but it was like child's play compared to what it became, right? And this is the thing, okay? The gang stalkers or whatever, some of the stuff that would happen, same stuff that she does. That's one thing that made me believe that she was involved with it anyway. You wouldn't even have been able to tell the difference anyway. See what I'm saying? Same current of energy. Okay? Man, they had people breaking into my house, but not taking anything, right? Breaking into my house, spray painting messages on the side of the wall on the train, doing the same things in the train, right? People putting scream mask as their profile picture, right? And then making sure I see it, and then on the trains or spray paint or whatnot, it'll have the ghost face and the ghost, whatever. I should have took pictures of it. That was like a year and a half, 2 years ago, something like that, right? Not only that, okay, I went through so much of that stuff that I'm not gonna even like get into it all. I mean, so much online harassment. You know what I mean? What was the worst thing? Well, one of the worst things, like, remember how I said that they would take the TikTok accounts and then like put something in the image or whatnot to try and mess with you or whatever, and so some of the sexual harassment stuff they would send a TikTok. And I remember in this one that they had sent it was some shit called Sissy Baby or something like that, and it was like like a man dressed like it wasn't an actual man, it was like the outfit of what it would be, okay, of like a grown man putting it on, but it was like of a baby, some of the sickest shit I have ever seen in my life. It was a whole lot of stuff like that, it was so much stuff like that, okay? I mean, I was working with these two women, who were real psychic tarot readers, right? But like some of the real ones, a lot of those tarot readers on YouTube, actually what they're doing, they're just copying from the actual ones that are the real ones, you know what I mean? And so by that time I had sifted through all of that, and one of them was a computer genius as well, right? And I mean, the stuff, even if they didn't know exactly what the other person said or whatnot, you would get the same story pretty much, okay? And there was a lot of with the death magic, she has put that on me before, okay? With the whole sexual harassment stuff, man, I have had literally one of the readers like gasped whenever the whole stuff with that came up. See what I'm saying? And that came out with two different ones, okay? Two different ones, okay? That's what somebody's doing, having sex, sending this certain kind of energy towards you that you don't want, okay? This is the truth. This is the truth about what this woman does to people. This is the truth of what's happening, okay? These people, now, okay, of course, I didn't get any psychics to look into the one with the soldier warlock. Like I didn't go and get a reading just for that, right? But during this time, whenever all of the negativity was real concentrated, right? Real concentrated. I really truly believe they were sent by her, right? Because all of the things this dude would say, the things he would do, it would be connected to the stuff that I was going through with her. And this dude here, he was like, I guess this was supposed to have me shook or whatever, but he was like 6'6", 250 pounds. And so I guess, and then he really did have a pact with a demon, okay? He really did have psychic abilities, like really, okay? When he came around, people started dying. They even had somebody who had their finger chopped off. And so I'm summing this all up, right? I'm way summing this up, okay? Me and him, of course, ended up getting into it several times, okay? And he didn't pass that mission that he was supposed to pass. And that's when he learned. You underestimate people, you shouldn't underestimate people. Because big trees fall the hardest sometimes. And I'm still standing. And he ended up being the one that was shook. And because if I know that it needs to be whatever, it's gonna be that. Okay? Straight up. This dude, he came around people like literally, people around me would start dying. I think it was actually 2, but one of them that didn't die had his finger cut off, and it was something he was saying about that guy's finger before it got cut off. I've seen him pray to the demon before. I guess all this stuff is supposed to, have me shook. I mean, they had people putting stuff outside my house. They had people putting like the places where I would have to catch like a train or whatnot. They put stuff there. Okay, yeah, this stuff right here, I'm used to this kind of stuff. But to most people, this would be like a horror movie. Okay, but to me, this a lot of it's a rerun to me, and I'm still standing, and that's the truth. This was with that whole soldier warlock. That was and he would play with people's minds. He would play games, and he would be talking about there was something that he had to do in order to get promoted to another level of like this occult circle or whatnot. He didn't pass that mission at all. He didn't pass that mission. And I'll never forget, one day when it was real turned up, I told him, I said, look in my eyes, and he looks in my eyes, and I told him, I said, you will feel the deepest of sorrow and regret for what you're doing. You will. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm telling you. David and Goliath. See what I'm saying? Oh my God, y'all should have seen this. It would be to the point to where he would try to run to where the cameras are, or whatnot. I've been through so much in my life, okay? I've been through so much just because of this whole deal, okay? So much, and this is when actually there was a problem, okay? Now, am I saying that she had the microwave energy weapon and shot me with it? No, I'm not saying that, But what I am saying is, when all of this stuff was concentrated and happening, I started getting shot with a microwave energy weapon. And people might think that's crap. I mean, maybe I'll get the screenshot and show you the ones that the police and stuff got. I might put it in here or not. I don't know. Okay, but she gets shot with a microwave energy weapon. That's the stuff that a lot of gang stalkers, people that get gang stalked, they talk about or whatnot. So I would get shot with it, and it would feel like fire. And I was getting shot with it like daily at one point. And The only thing that would stop it, that got it to stop, was the spiritual techniques that I use from, my spiritual master at this time. The stuff like the stuff that the fabric that the astronauts use to keep radiation off of them, that wouldn't work. If you would go behind this thick concrete, that wouldn't work. Nothing. But what did work, the spiritual techniques, certain ones from my spiritual master. And so what I would do is I would go on TikTok or whatever and reach out to those people that are being shot with those microwave energy weapons that feel like there's no hope, and try to give them hope and say, hey, I know what you're going through or whatnot. I know something that will stop it. If you want the info, I would love to give it to you. That's what I'm about. Okay? That's what I'm about. All right? That's what I've been trying to do. Okay? I mean, she was so jealous and envious of me. It's like anybody she feels like it's a threat, she's gonna come at you like that. Okay? Anybody. Yeah, you thought you had you one, Sarah, but you didn't. You thought you was gonna play games with my mind. You thought you was gonna be able to get in my head and then use all your little tricks or whatever to have me under your thumb. Nah, you underestimated me too. And just like a lot of people do. They see me and then, whatever, but people will spend $3,000 with her and then you won't get anything, okay? You might see me and then look at her and then be like, well, I'm gonna go with Sarah. And you're not gonna get anything, but if you would have picked me, I'm gonna truly care about you, okay? Truly care about you and always do the best I can to help people as much as I possibly can, okay? And I mean, I already have some of the other screenshots, but due to certain things, I believe what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna turn them into one person. Because if I put it out, some stuff right here, right now, it's gonna do more harm than good, but I'm gonna get that straight. But my whole point is this: I already have them. So you can't go try to erase them. And that right there will prove that you do a lot of this stuff because y'all just couldn't help yourself. Okay? So that's what I'm gonna do with that. I mean, it'll show people, It's like, oh man, because they talk all this kind of, man, it's like this. Okay. I'm still standing from all of that bullshit that I went through. Okay? Still standing. Prospering. Still living my life. Okay? And the real hardcore stuff, I got that stabilized. So it's little stuff here and there, but it's nothing like it was. Okay, I have dealt with people like Sarah before. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I was really involved with this stuff that I say that I was involved in. Okay, that's what I wanted to do for humanity. Okay, I didn't face things that would make a lot of people, make some of y'all go become a monk or a nun in a monastery. Stuff straight up. I've had real astral battles. Okay, and if you don't believe in astral projection, that's okay. It is what it is. But she knows about that. I'm standing through all this, so whenever they talk shit and all that little dumb shit y'all talk, it's like, man, I'm doing the responsible adult thing by me staying away from certain people, okay? Because if you would ever talk to me that crazy shit in person to me that you talk online, I would check your motherfucking ass right there like, bitch, who the fuck you think you talking to? I'd never let nobody disrespect me like that. You out your fucking mind. Being out your mind, you really fucking confused. You got to be fucking crazy. I've been fucking training in the mixed martial arts since I was like 15 years old. Eve Edwards was my first trainer of the UFC. I got trained by special forces and shit. I have fought with the dark occultists, using all kinds of different magic. The real shit. The real shit. The real shit. But I made a commitment to leave the bullshit behind me and to focus on the saint journey. And to up in my frequency and vibration, to up in my healing abilities to serve. I want to leave the fighting alone and the bullshit alone. okay? That's what I've been trying to do. That's why I could have done a whole lot of stuff, okay? But who would imagine that it'd be all of these years later and this chick is still doing this shit? But yeah, you getting your shit now. And you know, Sarah, I'd prayed for you a lot of times, Sarah. And I seen your pictures of that they had like with your family or whatnot. And it's like I looked at you at that point, I'm like, damn, man, what happened to Sarah? Like, what the fuck happened to you, man? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I hate to see when I hate to see when they have somebody that fall like that, like, you know, because this is the deal. There's no getting around it. You're going to have to pay for all of that shit. Sarah, you know, you put a lot of bullshit in my life. You did a lot of evil shit. You do a lot of dirty, evil shit to people. You know, that's the truth. Okay. That's the truth. I mean, man, you're going to have to pay for that shit. I mean, I hope that one day, I've already made a prayer that for whenever you come into your next incarnation, okay, that you will get it right. See, but I made that general prayer about a lot of the people that, you know, against me, so, you know. So no, that's not no threat or nothing. I'm saying that I want you to get it right in a lifetime. But because this shit you doing, this shit here is not pretty. You gonna be in hell with Pinhead, 100%. Now you're gonna go back up to God whenever your karma's done, okay? But this shit here, nah, man, I am telling you. So many times she has sent me the dominatrix shit. I mean, I would never give somebody like you control over me like that. I'm not meeting your ass anywhere. Like they would have the like in the profiles that would get sent or whatever, they would have like the domination stuff with the like guy like tied up or like in a cage. Tie me up? You? No, thank you. That's not. Nah, we ain't doing that shit. Like I said, I'm doing the responsible adult thing. Okay, y'all wouldn't even be hearing about this right now. Okay, if she would just leave people the fuck alone. Okay, and I stand. This is the thing when it comes to Taj, right? I'm not gonna say exactly the chick's name or the exact situations, but what I will say is that there is somebody, a female, that Taj is helping, right? I talked to her too. If Taj wouldn't have been helping this woman, I mean, there's no telling what would have happened to her, because Sarah's just on like this trip that she's always on. What was that movie with Adam Sandler and Seth, Funny People? And then he was when he was mad at Seth, he was like, bad career choice. You know, comedians are usually funny people. Well, Sarah, bad career choice. Healers usually give a fuck about people. Like, what the fuck, man? What in the fuck? What the hell? And then this whole thing about I mean, it's not a laughing matter as the fact of like, imagine you pay Sarah all these $1,000 for a ceremony, right? You go to the ceremony, and then y'all all OD. The police get called, and then you go to jail for fucking no reason. And then she tears up the venue and won't pay the shit. Then she goes out and she tells people that they tried to rape or sacrifice her. So that's what you get. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna turn this into more money. Turn into more money? What the fuck? I mean, the police wasn't as like, I guess you could say, I've dealt with a lot worse cops, but you know, Sarah looks like a white woman, but she isn't. I thought she was at one point, but you seen those white women and those black guys, you know, somebody was going to jail that night. The cop was like, the cop, when he was driving, when he was taking them to jail, he was letting him know that he didn't think he knew the law. So you arrested him for a law that you didn't think he knew. Nah, he has to go to jail now. Shit, I guess so. Imagine that shit. Now, it's not funny. Okay, some people could have really got hurt, and then I heard that the one lady was on the rest at the whatever. She was really, really hurt, okay? You know. I mean, and then now it's all coming out, all right? I mean, and then she's like, I'm gonna turn this into more money. Now here it is. You got all of these allegations coming out. You ODing. You getting people sent to jail. You cyber stalking people. You hiring people to fucking come harass me. You hiring people to come hurt me. That's what I believe, okay? And then I come out and say about what you have been doing to me, which this right here, this is the biggest story. This should have given the biggest outrage right here. They got somebody who they're trying to force you to do something and using magic and then all of this stuff, and then what the fuck, man? But she's like, oh, people are not gonna care anyway. And to a certain degree, she was right. Because before this whole deal with Taj, there were certain people that I reached out to, right? They didn't help me at all. Some of them just started talking shit. I was like, God damn, I'm not gonna say who, right? But then you have all this stuff coming out, and then you're on that shit. You are getting people's kids taken away. It's all about intention. You know good and goddamn well that you're not fucking calling CPS because you were trying to fucking help those kids. Ain't no fucking way. You know that shit. You know it. I mean, and when it comes to the whole gang stalking deal, like I could get into I might get on at another video, I might talk about it. I mean, I really hate connecting with this woman's energy. It doesn't fucking feel good. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. I mean, but, you know. And if I called Sarah right now, right, and was like, yeah, let's meet, she would try to find a way to do it. Of course, she would try to find a way to do it and be sneaky about it, you know. But I'm not going to meet up with you anywhere, okay? People have no idea how much of a maniac this woman is, and about all of the stuff that I'm saying, okay, that what I have went through, okay, and just 1% of it, that should be enough, okay. One reason I'm coming out here and saying that she didn't think that I would I guess she didn't see it coming. She underestimated you know, me or whatever. Because what she'll do is she'll go and then she'll find stuff or whatever, you know, that is uncomfortable, you know, or whatnot. Or she'll stretch the truth, or like just all the kind of stuff that she does, right? And then, you know, some people, they don't want to deal with that. I know personally somebody right now that's a female who, I'm not going to say exactly what she did, I don't have permission or whatnot, but I mean, this shit here is bad, okay? Almost as bad as what was done to me, okay? It's not pretty, man, but she can open stuff. She got that portal shit from me. Now, I'm not saying that I can open Stargate portals, but I had videos that I put like special effects in my videos or whatnot, and so they had some stuff with the portal for the you know, for the breath work and for the you know, visual whatever. So I mean, I might go ahead and put a couple screenshots in there, and that's when she started the portal stuff. Yeah, but she's talking shit all the time to me online. If I'm such a piece of shit or whatever, why don't you just go the fuck on about your business? You will never get to taste this goddamn energy. Hell nah. You won't get to. And you be careful how you treat people when you're at the top, because you're gonna see them same people on the way up. Because all these like haters and stuff, y'all have no clue. They have multiple famous people who they copy my stuff. They copy my stuff, right? Jealous as hell, and copy me. And act like the stuff is their own. Okay? And like, Sarah, you are not even 10% as talented as me, and you both know that. Okay, I do my own artwork. I do my own graphics. I do my own music. I have documentaries about how the Illuminati changed a whole lot of stuff about the music industry to harm people. I have and how you can use your music to heal people. And I made that when I was, I guess you could say, transitioning into being more spiritual. I have that. I have videos, all beautiful stuff. I'm gonna stop the violence activists and go in these places that's really violent. I have documentaries out about this. Trying to help people, okay? Trying to do good works. So, and you what? I'm at the homeless shelter trying to help the sick people, and this fucking bitch is trying to get me caught up in her perverted sex games. What the fuck? What in the fuck? You know, I'ma just, this is 39 minutes. I'ma end this right now. I probably forgot a bunch of stuff. I'ma just end it right now. Okay? I might add another 10-minute clip. I don't know, man. Okay? But y'all be careful out there, man. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, this shit here, it's not pretty, man. But remember how I was saying how she used black magic on people? Well, Taj just posted screenshots of her ordering black magic on people. Here it is. There it is. Go look up the stuff with Holly. Man, this shit she stole money from Taj. I mean, what the fuck? I'm gonna turn this into more money. Man, that shit right there was the biggest blunder of like spiritual guru. I mean, that right there, that was bad, you know. And I told you one time that this shit was gonna hit you from a direction that you never would have seen coming. And that's why this is happening, because you need to leave people the fuck alone. Because if you would just, she's the reason this shit is like it is. She enjoys fucking with people. That's what she does. That's in her pattern. That's what she does. She enjoys hurting people. She keeps doing it all the fucking time. Now, everybody gets in problems with people. That's true, okay? But this right here, I mean, I've talked to multiple people. The stuff about the natal chart, stuff like I was saying, she's asked them for people's natal charts. I mean, siphoning people's energy. Man, this shit here needs to end. But anyway, I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm gonna go try to enjoy the rest of my day. All right. Yes. So, I mean, good God, man. There's so much stuff, man. I don't even feel like talking about it. I really don't. I don't even feel like going and just whatever, man. Okay. This shit here. Anyway, so God bless y'all, man. I'm out of here.